Good evening. I'm Sharday LeRae in for Aaron Baker tonight. Thank you so much for joining us for CBS 19 News at 10. Well, we've hit a few major COVID-19 milestones tonight. The first is much more grim. 800,000 Americans have died from the virus since the pandemic began, and that's according to research by Johns Hopkins University. And tomorrow marks 1 year since the very first vaccine made it to East Texas. Tonight, our Shondell Manise spoke with the first man to get his shots in our area in an interview you'll only find right here on CBS 19.
So I'm rolling up my sleeve. We got Mrs. Karamin coming over.
Gary Fillion was the very first person to get vaccinated in East Texas. He relives that moment through a video playing on that cell phone he's holding.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling quite excited. I feel that this is the point where we're going to turn the tide against COVID. And I have to admit, the jab didn't sting at all. The flu shot is probably a little bit more painful.
He says he might have been the first chosen because he's constantly in close contact with patients.
As rehab staff, we work in very close quarters with COVID patients, so we are literally touching them, pulling them up from the bed, helping them, assisting them to chairs.
He wasn't nervous either.
Even though I was the first one in East Texas to receive the vaccine, tens of thousands before me had gone through clinical trials.
Johnita Young is a pharmacy technician and got her shot the same day. She watched this exact truck bring in the very first doses and unloaded them quickly.
You have 3 minutes to pull it out, pull out what you need, and then you got to get it in the freezer.
2 hours later, she rolled up her sleeve.
It felt good. It felt good, and it encouraged my family to go and get the shot.
Last Christmas wasn't the same as ones in the past for Young or Fillion, who says some family members couldn't join for the holiday because they were either exposed to the virus or sick in quarantine. This year, his whole family is vaccinated, which he says feels like a gift in itself.
Absolutely, probably the best one.
In Tyler, Shondell Manise, CBS 19.
All right, thank you so much, Shondell. And tomorrow, UT Health East Texas will celebrate this milestone at 11:30 a.m. at the North Campus right here in Tyler. Visitors can expect to hear from lead physicians in the hospital on this year's progress.